Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Fire Takes TV. Johnny Carson was the king of late-night television, with an average of 9 million viewers per night and 19 million per night the last year that he was on the air. Carson produced ratings that have not been seen since. Despite only receiving a third of the viewership that Carson did, Stephen Colbert managed to find a specific target audience. Colbert endeared himself to his audience with his weird backstage ritual and a unique brand of humor that cut across generations. Humor served Colbert well both during the Donald Trump presidency and the pandemic. However, once Colbert and his colleagues returned to the studio post-pandemic, many felt Colbert's humor did not hit the same. Instead, they felt that the standards Colbert held himself to had diminished, and some began to tune out. Many fans felt sorry for Stephen Colbert with his perceived dip in quality, but his ratings were surprising. While there were fewer viewers, Colbert still managed to retain enough fans to secure his spot as the #1 late-night talk show host for years. Fans believe the quality of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert diminished post-pandemic. Stephen Colbert's show began to feel contrived and manufactured to fans. When the world shut down in March 2020, late-night talk show hosts continued with their shows from home to help both their fans and themselves during that difficult time. Many of Colbert's fans tuned in to watch him, and viewers reported finding a sense of comfort from the Late Show host, given his genuineness that was palpable from the small screen. But when the hosts came back to their studios, fans of Colbert's were not impressed with what they were watching. Instead of the sincere and intimate aspect of Colbert's comedy, the shows shot in the studio felt contrived and manufactured. No longer was there the comedic edge that was once enjoyed. Instead, the interviews in comedy were predictable and safe. Some fans even began to compare the interviews to that of advertisements. They felt that CBS had so much control over what Colbert was able to say that what had made him so successful on The Daily Show was slowly being lost. The jokes that would have flown on Comedy Central had to be tamed to fit within the standard of network television. Because of this and the shorter monologue that Colbert was allowed to do, fans felt the quality of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert diminished. Fans began to tune out, and many wondered if Colbert would survive. Stephen Colbert was the #1 late-night talk show host for 2020 to 2021 television season. Stephen Colbert's nightly viewer rating was considerably higher than both Jimmy Kimmel's and Jimmy Fallon's. After returning to the studio to tape The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Colbert continued to dominate the late-night talk show circuit. Colbert's show was named the #1 most-watched late-night show in total viewers for the 2020 to 2021 television season, a recognition that Colbert had received 5 years running at that point. When the numbers came in for the 2020 to 2021 television season, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert had an average of 2.95 million viewers nightly. This was an easy victory over the second and third place Jimmy Kimmel Live and Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, which averaged 1.75 million and 1.54 million viewers per night daily. When Donald Trump was voted out of office, late-night ratings sank, including Stephen Colbert's. Stephen Colbert lost 27% of his audience in 2022. While Trump was running for office, late-night hosts, by and large, used his comments from the campaign trail against him. Those who had Trump on their shows took different approaches to interviewing him. Colbert tried to trick Trump into comparing himself to Charles Manson. It was easy material, and not much tweaking had to be done for late-night hosts to receive huge laughs from audiences. However, when Trump was voted out, he was out of the limelight for a time. Given that he had been the butt of jokes for the previous 4 years, late-night hosts had to dig elsewhere for their comedy gold, which proved easier said than done. Because of this, late-night talk shows tanked across the board, including Colbert's. When Trump was in office, Colbert had a slew of Democrats on his show. While the Democrats loved it, the Republicans were incensed. As such, when Colbert's ratings slid after President Joe Biden took office, Republicans were quick to point out the loss of late-night fans, not only on Colbert's show, but across the board. So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can. That really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this, we end our video. Hope you liked the video.